In Qatar, resistance to the Gulf blockade has become an art form. Almost everywhere you look, portraits of the Emir loom over the capital city. University student Nawal Faisal Akil says it shows how Qataris have become more united after Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Bahrain and Egypt cut all ties with their country.
We realized that it was a reality we had to adapt with. I would summarize the blockade period in 3 words: shock, hard work, and survival, which we are continuing in achieving it.
But most of Qatar's 2.6 million people are immigrants, and for many of them, the past year has been more complicated. Celine Baycum had to leave the country and her job working for a hotel in the first weeks of the blockade.
There was no guest in the hotel, there was no business. Even normally the hotels are likely like 100% occupancy, 90%, but at that time there was only like 5%. So no one was coming.
But in May, she decided to return.
And after 10 months, I just realized that nothing is actually changed. The blockade is still actually ongoing, but the business is actually stabilized.
And a report from the International Monetary Fund says while the blockade initially hurt Qatar's economy, the financial impact is starting to fade.
The IMF says Qatar's economy is expected to grow 2.6% this year. That's because Qatar responded to the blockade by developing new trade routes and using its seaport more. It also injected billions of dollars into its banks to replace the money being pulled out by banks in Saudi Arabia, the UAE, Bahrain and Egypt.
One big business has been affected though. Qatar Airways has experienced what it calls a substantial loss in its last financial year. According to its chief executive, it's a direct consequence of the regional dispute and losing access to 18 cities. But for Nawal Faisal Akil, the blockade has brought unexpected bonuses.
I would personally say that our society is used to the comfortable lifestyle, and I think the blockade crisis was more of an alert to work harder.
She believes the blockade has made Qatar stronger. And 1 year on, there is little sign the country is hurting. Caitlin McGee, TRT World, Doha.